Today we're taking the trans off the Type R. So I'm just gonna start by lowering the motor. After it's lowered, I'm gonna take off the mounting bracket. That way we can paint it gloss black. That way it's nice and shiny for when we throw on the new Hasport mounts. So after that, we're gonna start unbolting it from the actual block itself. But once we're done unbolting that, we're gonna pry it open with the pry bar. And then after that, we'll be able to touch the throwout bearing and the clutch fork and respray. Alright, so I got the mount bracket off as well as the starter to clear up some room so that we clean up the back end. That way it'll be like nice and clean when we spray it. And now we're going to hit the actual bolts that are mounted into the block that I was telling you about. It's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to hit those and then pry the trans from the motor block. Transmission is out. So with it being out, we're gonna start scrubbing it down, get it clean. But I'm gonna give you guys a further look into where the throwout bearing is gonna be, as well as the clutch fork and the clutch fork spring, because those three things we're gonna be replacing. So we have the throwout bearing right here, as well as the fork, and then if you see guys right here, there's the spring for the fork, and the fork's just covered by a shift boot. Nothing too serious. Gotta clean this. It's all nasty. Just finished spraying the trans with brake cleaner. The next step I'm going to do is remove the throwout bearing as well as the clutch fork. Once those two things are removed, I'm going to start masking up the starter hole as well as where the clutch fork was coming out of. Once those two things are masked, I'm going to start spraying. But on that note, I might have to hit up the store real quick because I am running pretty low on tape. So let's get to it, man. Throwout bearing is out, as well as the clutch fork and the clutch fork spring. That basically goes like this. So like that. Clutch fork pushes out, throwout bearing. Very full. The sun is setting, so I'm gonna call it a night. Pick up tomorrow. First thing I'm gonna do is remove the sensors as well as the bracket. Once those two things are done, I'm just gonna start spraying. Alright guys, so plan of attack for today is we're going to remove those two sensors as well as the mounting bracket that was for the transground that snapped. I'll show you guys, we're going to be removing that cable from the engine bay today as well. But once we remove those two sensors and that bracket, we're going to start spraying. So sensors have been removed, taped up. I ended up just leaving the bracket right here and just taking off the snap ground. There it is. Took off the snap ground. We're just gonna paint the bracket with the trans, no biggie. This is where the ground snapped at right here. So we're just gonna remove this piece from the bay. The paint I'm using for the trans is the same paint I use for the block and the motor. It's VHT high temperature engine enamel. This is what the can looks like. And the specific color code I'm using is SP995 cast aluminum. I just put the first coat on and it looks amazing. Let me show you guys. Gotta do maybe 2 more coats and then she'll be good to go, but huge difference from when I first took it off the motor. It was a huge difference. So I just finished putting the 3rd and final coat of paint on the transmission. Came out amazing, way better than I intended it to come out to be. I'm really stoked on that. So I'm gonna wrap up this video with showing you guys what it looks like, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, man. Stay tuned because we got a lot more coming for you.